How are you? Getting started. Today I'm going to be doing a live with Stephanie Kurtzuba. She was in Wolf of Wall Street, The Irishman, The Watcher, which just came out 2 weeks ago, I think, on Netflix. I was watching Chicago PD and she popped up the other night. She's on Blue Bloods, just to name a few. I'm out of breath. I'm sick. Bear with me. So she's going to be joining in a quick second. I just have to send her an invite. And we're going to chit chat a little bit, ask her some questions. I've got my trusty notes here. And let's have some fun. Okay, let me send her the invite. Okay. Okay. All right, I sent her the invite. Now we're just waiting for her to join. While we're waiting, make sure you follow Magnesium Media. Make sure you check out my latest post. And if you're not a subscriber, I don't know what you're waiting for. Make sure you subscribe because you're missing out on some pretty cool stuff. I'm losing my breath. Okay. Let me see. Oh, that's not it. Where is she? Let me try again. Hold on. Bear with me. Bear with me. Stephanie!
Hey, Steph. I'm good.
How are
Ooh,
you?
You see this wallpaper? This is a lot.
That is,
I don't
what are
know.
those?
Some
Are those,
tigers and dudes hanging out on a bench. I don't know.
hold on, I got it. Now I got, I can't see anything
I'm
without them.
great. You look
How
good.
are you? Oh, thank you. So do you. I am pushing through because I couldn't let this opportunity pass. I know you are a very busy woman. So if I'm out of breath or, sounding like a man, it's not on purpose.
I
I'm
made my
trying.
career sounding like a man. So, oh, girl, my voice
You
is
do
so
not sound
low.
like a
It's all
man.
right, though. Listen,
I don't
you
think you have a low voice.
know.
You do have, you know what you have? You have a
True.
bitch voice. But I personally love that. Like you have that like in like a quick second you can go from like smiley and bright eyes to
Girl,
death
because I'm
stare from
Sicilian and
hell.
we don't play. That's how my grandmother was, my mother,
There you go. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I got too caught up when you started, but there was something I
What?
wanted to do when you popped on.
What is it? Oh,
That's it. The snaps. I do it to my
I
husband
have to do it.
all
Hold
the
on, I'll give you my
time.
best kitty.
There you go. So why don't you give everybody a bio
Okay,
on
well,
who you
hey
are.
everybody. I am an actress. My name is Stephanie. I've done a couple of Scorsese films, and I've done a bunch of television, and I did the Broadway back in the early part of my career on stage. Well, my
What'd
Broadway
you do on
debut was
Broadway?
The Boy from Oz, starring none other than Hugh Jackman. So I know, auspicious
Oh
beginnings.
my.
He is not difficult to look at.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you.
Oh no.
And you know what? I
No.
did a film
Quite
with
the
him a few
pleasure.
years ago called Bad Education, and I had not seen him in literally 15 years because I guess we Boy from Oz was probably like 2004. And do you know? And this is a true story, testament to what a good person he is. I look completely different. I'd aged, my hair color was different, everything. And we were going around, everyone's introducing themselves, and he
Right?
walked over and he was like, "Hey, I'm Hugh." And I was like, "Yeah, I know, I am." And I didn't even finish the sentence, and he goes, "Stephanie Kurtzuba!" And he threw his arms around me. Like, imagine how many people that man meets. And he remembered. I mean, we did
Wow.
work together for the better part of a year, so maybe he's not that nice. He's just not a total douche.
I've heard that
Very.
he's very pleasant. Like
A
just a
genuine, which
pleasant
is like
person.
in
Yeah.
my line of business, maybe kind of rare.
I'm sure. Okay, I
What
interrupted you.
else is
Continue
interesting to me
with your
about
bio.
me? I'm a mom. I'm a wife. Um, I have multiple gearheads in my family, so I may not be much of a car expert, but I have lots of them in my family. I was born and raised in Omaha, Nebraska, so growing corn and fixing cars
Okay.
is kind of on the. Oh
So
shit,
can you
no.
fix cars?
But I can watch and I can go pick it up, sweetheart. Good
Yeah, I
work.
can watch too, right? You supervise.
That's why I have the
That makes all the
authoritative voice
difference.
to be like, you missed something.
Mm-hmm. That's great. So listen, I had so many things I want to talk to
Ooh,
you about. I have
it's
notes.
official.
Okay. And 2 pages actually. So I may kind of be all over the place, but I have so many things here. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I can see what I wrote. Okay. All right, let's see. Where do I begin? I know a lot of the things that you're in, but I was watching Chicago PD about a week ago and you popped up and I was like, what the hell? She's everywhere. She's everywhere. Um, okay, your most
Yeah,
recent was The Watcher, which I binged in a weekend,
you
was
loved it.
fucking amazing. That was outstanding short series. And I have to ask you,
Oh,
is it
well,
true?
it's based on a true story. The way that Ryan told it, he kind of like pulled it because he's a fucking crazy genius. Like and dark. I'm not sure if you knew
Okay.
that watching his other show. But he wove a whole bunch of different stories. Like the section that I was in about those crazy murders. Spoiler alert, sorry y'all. It
Yeah.
doesn't end well for me. Um, but that's actually based on a true murder that happened in the same town in New Jersey where the real house is based. It's just happened, 30 years prior. So he kind of wove stuff together, but the
Oh,
Watcher,
wow.
like that part of it is true. There was a family getting the letters and not knowing who it was and all that. Yep.
And, yeah,
Yeah.
at the end of, oh, well, never mind. I can't say that. I can't say. I caught myself. Okay. Don't want to give anything away. Okay. Um, Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
I have to ask first and foremost, were you able to keep a straight face for most of the filming? Because I
I
don't
have to
think
tell
I
you, there
could
was a
have.
day for anybody who hasn't seen the film, these were not the best human beings. Their behavior was not the best. But there was one scene where we were literally there was a little person dressed in a Velcro suit, and he was, he was probably like 3.5 to 4 feet tall, and we were throwing him against a
Mm-hmm.
giant Velcro dartboard, and they had a rig set up, so he was on a pulley. And now this all really took place in Jordan Belfort's book, so we were just recreating it. But that was the day where I was like, I'm not gonna make it. Like, I
Oh,
fancy myself a very serious actor, and I can usually hold my shit together. But I was like, we're throwing a human being at a dartboard. I can't do it. I can't.
how did he
The
feel
acting
about
was
it? How
great.
did
He
that
was
man
like,
feel
yeah,
about
oh
it?
my God, he probably had more
Yeah.
professional credits than I did. He was like, yeah, it's, listen, he's a man in the entertainment industry who is a little person and is, I'm sure he's been through much crazier shit. He was like, yeah, let's do it again. I didn't feel good about that. Let's do it.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Because they only showed actually a
We
little
spent hours
snippet
doing
in the
that.
movie of that.
Hours. Yeah. God bless him. There was shit in that
Wow.
movie that when we were filming it stuff, I was like, there is no way. This will never see the light of day. And in fact, the
Really?
scene that like one of the opening scenes of the film where Leo is like snorting cocaine off of a, the day they filmed that, I was like, it was on a private set, but it was happening simultaneously while I was there. I was like, why are we wasting all this time? There's no way this will be in the film. And then it like opens the movie. Oh
Well, it
yeah.
had to grab you. You know what I mean?
Yes, they
They
did.
did a good job at that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, okay. I recall you saying that you became the golden
Interesting.
child. in your family. So tell me
Well,
about
I
that.
mean, there's so many, I was, as a kid, was always, I mean, I just figured out early and often that like I could get a lot of attention by doing, you know, the things I did naturally that I wanted to do, be funny and I don't know, sing and dance and all the crap that I used to do. You
Did
know
you
what?
always want to be an
I don't know
actress?
that I always wanted to necessarily be an actress, but I always knew that was when I was acting or when I was singing or dancing was always when I was having the most fun. So I think it was a very natural progression to me to be like, wait, how can I do this for the rest of my life and actually make a living, which, as it turns out, is not the easiest thing to do. But, knock on wood,
Oh,
here
I'm
I
sure. Well, you're
am.
doing great at it, without a doubt. I have to ask you. Okay,
Yeah.
so The Irishman. Oh, that must have been
I still can't believe I
amazing
was
to
in it.
film.
Like I said, I still can't believe I got to do all of that with those people. It's,
I don't think I'm one of those people that gets starstruck often, but I think that I would have been like a mute. You know what I mean? Like I
oh,
don't think that I would.
oh yeah, don't get
Is
it
that what it
twisted.
was
I
like for
was
you?
very like, especially until I sort of found my comfort factor on set. Here's the good news. The people I was working with, even though they are like the titans of the industry, are exceptionally lovely, kind of
Yeah.
down to earth and as normal as you can be living in a fishbowl, right? But normal people. Um, the only person who it took me a little bit longer to sort of settle in with and not be scared of was Joe Pesci. Well, he's so fucking
Really?
intimidating. He's also the nicest, by the way, cuddliest sort of dude, but he also has that ability to just like turn it on. And then it's like he's so gangster
Mm-hmm.
that you're just like, is
Yeah.
he gonna kill me? Or is he gonna like, buy me dinner? I don't you know. But that's
Yeah.
what
Right?
makes him so good. He's just that guy. He's that like
Wow.
unpredictable in terms of like he can just whatever he wants to do with his energy, he can. Great
That's what makes a
actor.
great actor, right? Yeah. I mean, he's one of the.
Yeah,
I mean, in my
I
mind, the
completely agree. And after having
top.
watched him, all of them, watch them work, you're like, oh, this is why they are who they are. Like they're that good.
They still have, they still have the uh, what's the word I'm thinking of? The
In
chemistry.
spades, man. Like it's oozing. The crazy part was like we would be filming the scenes in the big Lincoln Continental. That was like one of the stars of the film.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the two of them, Joe and Bob De Niro, would be up front, and me and Catherine were behind them, and we would all kind of chat between takes. And then Joe would turn to Bob and be like, "Hey, you remember that time at the '84 Oscars when?" And then they would just because they've been friends forever, and they would just tell these stories. And I'd be like, "Oh my
Right.
god, no one would believe this if I told them I was sitting here getting to hear this." Fuck yeah! I
Like a
told I
kid in
told
a
my
candy
husband I was
store,
like, "This
right?
is like this job is like being in grad school. Like I'm just gonna shut up and learn from the teachers."
Just in the back and take notes. And actually, I'm glad you mentioned that because I wanted to ask you. I know a lot of times in movies they'll do like two separate scenes, but then put it together. So I was curious if the car scene was like that or if it was all together.
He
But it
pretty
was
much
always
shot
all
us all
together.
together all the time, yeah, which was great because then you have the energy of all the people in the car, So it was yeah, we
Yeah.
were always all together.
And, and were you guys actually driving
We
or
were
were
on a
you on
sound
a
stage for some of it, for some of the ones where you like would see the things moving on the other side. But we definitely were in the car and did move in the car occasionally. But like the really heavy driving stuff, we were in a studio where they had these LED screens on either side of us, like behind us, and I think in front of us too, which was wacky because it was. Have you ever done virtual reality? Have you ever like tried on? Does it make you want to throw up?
yeah, I have.
Yeah, that's kind of what
Yeah,
it felt
makes me
like in
very
the,
dizzy.
you know what I mean? Like it almost felt like you were in VR and I was like, you know,
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, okay, what else do I have for you here? So, I turn my page.
Burning through the notes,
Okay.
Steph. You're burning through the notes.
I know, right? I know. Okay. The new show coming up. I am very, very super
Well, I'm
excited about
excited
it. So
about it
please
too.
tell us.
And, you know, I have no idea like what I did in the show, where it will fit in the larger thing. Because, you know, you do these jobs and then you're like, bye, I'll see you at the premiere. And you're like, please let me still be in it. Please let me still be in it. But I did, so the new show is Tulsa King. It drops on Paramount Plus in like a week or so, the 13th, I think. It's from Terrence Winter, who was a writer for Wolf of Wall Street, but also for Sopranos. Like this man is, he's unbelievable, the stuff that he creates. So this is, he collaborated with Taylor Sheridan, who is Yellowstone. So it's kind of like, you know, the
Oh yeah,
South meets the
him.
mob. And yeah, it's such a great setup. It's so darkly funny. Like there's a lot of humor in it. And Stallone is, the man is unfucking believable. Like
He's he's another one
how do
that
I
I would
keep
be.
ending
I
up in
mean,
these things with these
I wouldn't even know
masters?
what.
I don't even know.
Well, you're good too, you know.
That's nice.
If you weren't,
I
you
think
would be in the
I think I
equation.
just continue to get really fucking lucky, but maybe I'm good at it. I don't know.
You're good at it. So, can you
Yeah,
tell us
so
about your
I
part?
play Clara Teresi. She is the wife of a really wonderful actor who's in a lot of it with Sly. His name is Max Casella. I don't know if you know who Max is. He's been on Boardwalk. He was on Sopranos. He's, you know how a lot of people know him, and I'm aging
Yes.
myself right now, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Did you ever see Doogie Howser when you were a little kid? Okay.
Of
Remember
course.
Doogie's best
Yes.
friend? That's Max. He's been like,
Yep.
this guy's been famous since he was, 15. Amazing actor. Anyway, so I play
Yeah.
his wife. He used to run, so it takes place in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Max's character used to run with
Okay.
Sly's character back in the day. And I am married to Max. I am supposed to be an Oklahoma native, so Midwestern girl, who's doesn't have the whole story in terms of her husband's background. So that's kind of our storyline, and the whole show is about Sly's character gets out of prison after doing 25 years in the Fed, and he doesn't give anybody up, and he comes
Okay.
back to his bosses in New York and goes, "Okay, it's my turn. Where's my piece?" And they go, "Your piece is in Oklahoma. So go set up a crew and
Oh.
get to it," and it kind of jumps off from there.
And what
Modern
time
day.
frame
It's
does
it's
this one take place
yeah.
in?
It's supposed to be 2022.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I am so excited for the 13th. Between that
I
and
know,
Yellowstone
right?
too,
It's
forget about it. My night
all
is
coming down.
set.
It's like this fall's been really
Oh
busy
my.
with the
Yeah,
yeah.
you're a
It's
busy woman.
nice. I like being busy because it means I can feed my children. So
One thing I have yet, I only got to like season 8, I think, maybe not even that far, that I have to
oh
continue
yeah,
is
hey,
Blue
tune in
Bloods.
tonight because I've got a good one tonight. Yeah. So Blue
Yeah,
Bloods is this great, cop procedural, Tom Selleck. There's another one. What, Steph?
I
I
know.
know
Who
with
does
the
not love Tom Selleck?
good old Magnum. Yeah, so that's happening season 13. God bless them in their 13th season. Yeah, really happy
Oh
to be a
yeah.
part of that. Really nice group of people. Danny Wahlberg, Bridget Moynihan, phenomenal actress, and she just directed the last episode I did, and she's a
Yeah.
phenomenal director too. So yeah, that's been a really nice place to be. I get along really well with Vanessa Ray, who I play opposite a lot, and she's another
Mhm.
like wacky blonde. You'd love her. She'd get along great with us in our little group. I love a wacky
I love
blonde. I
wacky
used to be a
blondes.
wacky blonde. Now I'm a crazy redhead. So
Okay, so since I'm a car page, I have to ask, what is your
I have
favorite
always
car?
dreamed of owning a Bugatti Veyron, which I don't even know if it even exists anymore. I saw one at a car show in like 2011. We used to take my boys to the car show
Okay.
every year, the New York City Auto Show. And I've never been emotional about a car until I saw that car. And I was like,
That
I
one?
couldn't tell if I was like turned on or if I wanted to cry. I didn't know what it was, but that
Oh my
car was
gosh.
like, that's my dream car. My children are obsessing over the new
That's
Rivian
it.
that's supposed to be,
Yeah.
happening. My husband could sit here and talk about cars to you for hours, and I would just make us a cocktail and let him talk.
Yeah, I'm all
I
too
bet
familiar
you
with
are.
that. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. So, uh, I would love to have you on again in the future. I'm going to bring this to an end because my vocal cords
Oh,
are ready to
please
strangle
take
me.
care of yourself.
But this was awesome. Seriously, I had so much fun, and I look forward to seeing all of your stuff because I truly love you. I think you're an amazing actress. You're beautiful.
I
I
appreciate
love
you
your
so
stuff.
much, and I want you to take care of yourself and take it easy on the apple cider vinegar because it will choke you out.
No,
Sorry,
I'll
I
never do
almost
that
killed her,
again.
everybody, by accident. It was
That
a
was
mistake.
awful.
Thank you, Steph. Love to Bobby. Bye.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Okay, before I cut it, I just want to remind everybody, follow Magnesia Media. Make sure you subscribe. Um, check out my latest posts too. If you have any requests on things you want to see, DM me. That's really it. So I hope everybody has a good day.